Hi everyone, I'm Thilsey and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a CAS collab with my dear friend GinovaSims. This collab is a sim swap of our Crybaby Whims Generation 1 Sims. We both played a challenge and we talked about it a ton, so we might as well do something related to it together. So if you watch G's content, and you definitely should if you're not, you are missing out. But if you are probably familiar with the sim you're seeing right now, which is Jasmine. Jasmine is G's Crybaby Whims Gen 1 sim, and she's also giving my sim Lauren makeover too. Basically, if you are unfamiliar with sim swaps, we're giving each other's sims makeovers as if they were in our game. So think of this as Crybaby Whims in an alternate universe or something. So since we are doing the makeovers in our styles, I changed some things on Jasmine to fit my style a little bit better. Mainly just made the eyes smaller, and I think the head size adjusted just like slightly, because GinovaSims is pretty much totally Max's match, and I don't know, I call it Max's mix, but it's definitely leaning more to alpha because I use alpha hair. So I knew that this transformation would be pretty big for both of our sims. So sometimes there are things that you kind of need to change to fit the style better, especially because G is more slightly cartoony and I'm slightly more realistic, so there are some differences. But anyway, I did some fun details with Jasmine that I'd like to point out. Initially I wasn't going to change her skin details, but then I got the fun idea to give her the same main skin overlay that Lauren had, just a bit softer, and I love that so much. I also gave her two identical outfits that Lauren had. Those are on Jasmine's second everyday and second party outfit. Those were my favorite outfits that Lauren had. The everyday outfit is just very iconic to me. When it comes to Lauren, I just think of her in that outfit, and the party outfit, that was just my favorite of all time on Lauren. We didn't really get to see it that much, but I just really wanted to see her in that all the time, so I really wanted to give those to Jasmine, and I was definitely not disappointed. But when it comes to the outfits in general, not gonna lie, initially I was a bit worried because a lot of Crybaby Whims Gen 1 sims tend to go in a similar direction, because when you look at the rules, the story is pretty much written for you, which is not a bad thing. I really miss this generation, and I totally feel like, I don't know, nostalgic thinking about it. It just feels very special. But you have this sim that comes from a traditional family that set high expectations for them to go kind of in a similar direction, and since most people start off with feminine sims, you usually just get this innocent housewife look for the first gen. Nothing wrong with that, it's just a very similar story. Oh, and the colors for this generation, if you don't know, are yellow and white. I forgot to mention that at the start. So I thought that there's not really much variation, but that's really not true. There are so many differences. Every sim is different, kind of like how every person is different. So I compared Jasmine's and Lauren's styles to kind of see what the key differences were, and I was kind of surprised how different they really were. In my opinion, when I look at Jasmine's outfits, she's like a sweet, gentle, feminine, elegant homemaker with some hints of cottagecore here and there. Most of her outfits are relatively modest as well, and Lauren is pretty similar with most of that, maybe not so much the last part. When I first made Lauren at this point well over a year ago, she dressed in stuff her family and husband would be pretty happy with. It was like a modern housewife type of look most of the time, but when she dressed up in her formal or party looks to like go out or entertain guests, throwing like dinner parties, she really dressed up. But since she was so young, basically just aged up into a young adult, she still dressed like slightly kind of like a teen, maybe just a touch of youthfulness and some flirtiness as well to kind of represent that little scandalous love life type of thing that's in Gen 1. So I tried to give that energy to Jasmine, and I basically treated this as a makeover I would give to Lauren now, because it's been so long since I made her, and my sim style and just the CC that I have right now changed quite a bit. Well, not really that much, but still something's changed in the last year, so it was really fun to do this, and I really hope I did Jasmine justice with this. G, I hope you love what I did with her, and I can't wait to see your version of Lauren. And everyone else, I will link G's video in the description, so go check it out, and in general check out the rest of her content. I promise you will love it. She just finished playing her Crybaby Whims Gen 1, so go catch up before it's time for Gen 2. Thank you so much for watching my part of this collab, and I can't wait to do other generations as well. Bye!